This is balcony house.
Catch us all. That's not even nice. Very nice. Way worse than Ithaca?
Do we need to keep Sarah back here closer to us?
I don't know. Seeing her and Lorenz next to each other.
Yeah.
That's what we were wondering, because we were thinking, oh, what if we felt bad that we were, trying to catch up with you. And I said, no, we probably haven't even gotten in. Which I guess I could have said something. Stop at Durango. 8:30, 9 o'clock.
But you can locate it.
But I can't.
Well, listen for that. Right.
We're from. I went to Stony. Okay. So I know Port Jeff. I love Port Jeff.
I trust that it goes without saying not to be climbing around or goofing around doing stuff like that over here. I saw y'all look like y'all were playing and having fun, but some spots here that are a little bit kind of tricky. So please to be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
I would have been.
Here's a question for you guys. What is something you wouldn't want to live without? Water. Water. Excellent. What else?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Why chocolate?
Because it's good.
Fire.
Because it's good. Fire.
Yes.
What else?
Clothing.
Air, clothing.
Oh, for my mom. Shelter.
Your mom. Why your mom?
Because she's my bestie.
Excellent. Oh, very nice. Very smart.
She's not here though.
You guys will have to tell her.
Why is she here?
There are all kinds of things that we wouldn't want to live without. And what we're talking about here is need. But humans have a very interesting relationship with need. Because some things we have to have. Food, water, shelter. You have to have those things. Other things we need because they make life better. For instance, there's not a single reason why I couldn't take any one of you guys, throw you on a desert island with enough food and water, and leave you there by yourself for the rest of your life. Biologically, you could survive that. But what kind of survival would it be?
Lonely.
Lonely, right? We need to have people around us. And as it turns out, need is one of those things that starts creating meaning. And if we take a look off up to your guys' right, we can see one of the first needs the ancestral Pueblo people would have had. This little pool of water. And that pool of water is a seep spring. And that's the water source for the ancestral Pueblo people. This one and its companion up top. Now, if we want to talk about needing water, I guarantee you they understand it probably a whole lot better than we do. From what we can tell, each person would have had access to about a gallon of water a day. Now, how many of you guys had a cup of coffee or tea this morning? It's probably about a quarter of your water for the day right there, not counting what boiled off. If we want to talk about the biological necessity for water, they know it. They understand it. But it goes much deeper than that. And they actually sum this need up with a phrase, a very simple phrase. Water is life. But it's deceptive as well as simple because it seems so obvious at first. You have to have water to live. But there's more to it than just that. For instance, these stone masonry buildings that you're starting to get a look at, that requires mortar, which requires water. The folks who are living here are dryland farmers, meaning they are completely dependent upon spring snowmelt and summer rains for their crops to grow. They understand the need for water. And when human beings need something like this, it begins to become more meaningful to us. We can actually see this happening even in Western culture. For instance, in the Christian scriptures, after Christ is condemned, Pontius Pilate washes his hands. He's not doing this because his hands are dirty. He's doing it because in Western culture, water is purifying. It cleanses a person. It has that extra meaning built into it. And just like that's going on for the Western civilizations, it's going on for the Pueblo people too. For instance, how many of you guys have heard of the famous rain dance? Yeah. That's a Southwest thing. That is a religious ceremony built around asking for water. When humans need something, it becomes more meaningful to us. And this is that first layer of meaning we can see within Balcony House, meaning being created because it provides for a need. It's meaning. And we've got many more to go through. However, before we can explain it or discuss any more meanings, we have to actually find out what a 32-foot ladder means to you guys. So remember, as you go up, you will need two hands. You will be going up side by side with someone. It's a double-sided ladder. As you get up there, it's going to start to shake a little bit. That is okay. It happens all the time. It's just a big, long ladder. Once we do get up to the top, and by the way, as you climb, my recommendation, look at the rungs in front of you. Don't look up. Don't look down. Look straight at the rungs in front of your face. Keep moving your hands and feet. You'll be at the top before you realize. When we do get to the top, there's going to be a small platform there with the first of the narrow passageways we have to go through. Keep moving. We don't, unfortunately, have enough space up there for everyone to stop and take photos, so I need you guys to keep on moving through that passageway. And inside that passageway is going to be another small little ladder we have to climb, but more importantly, a ledge in front of the ladder. So especially if you got a big brimmed hat on, make sure you watch that ledge. It's not hard to avoid, but you just want to keep an eye out for it. Other than that, we can get going. So let's start climbing.
Okay, put your glasses back on.
Y'all okay by yourselves?
Yeah.
You want me to hold your hand or anything?
No. Both hands, Daddy.
In my natural curves, it's like a internal gyroscope. That's how we flew up from Subway to the Castle. 177. No, that was Macy's. We were Castle Hill Avenue. 19.
Very well done, guys. Just one hand in front of the other. Very good job, folks. You're doing fantastic.
In junior high, we had an hour. 6th grade. Yeah, so the average for 7th grade, so I want to.
You want mine?
And then, how does that work?
I don't know. I get sent home for breaking conduct.
Keep on coming up.
Please, can I go home? Here, go home. Oh, you're so gone.
No, I don't. She did a few just because of all this stuff.
I mean, she didn't feel good.
Yeah.
Did you get Grace's mom?
No.
Just one hand in front of the other.
I've done this with Bandolier. I did Bandolier. Oh, I loved it.
We were like coming back from like that great.
No, the group might split off.
Very well done, folks.
Just everything's okay. No, Jennifer, she said just, got into the days. That you got it? No, she's a, just work.
Sam won't have any trouble.
No, she's like a spider monkey.
Great job, folks.
She's already up top.
We'd start a conversation.
Okay.
Look straight ahead, Katie. You're okay. Look straight ahead, Katie.
There, all right, guys. You're doing fantastic.
You're okay, Katie. Halfway there.
Good job, Katie. Your sister's gonna catch you too.
Yeah, we're
Whatever.
behind you, so.
Very good job,
I know, I
guys.
made her
You're
go
doing
for me so she
fantastic.
wasn't as nervous.
Just one hand in front of the other.
You got it,
You
Katie.
got this.
You're almost there, Katie.
Are you having fun with Miss Jean yet?
Debbie's gonna get up.
I wanna go home. Katie, you got this.
You guys are
It's
doing
okay.
fantastic.
Oh, great. I like this.
I might be freaking her out.
Just looking at the run.
Huh? What did
Very
you
well
say,
done,
Vicky?
folks.
I know it's scary. You're okay.
Okay, so you want to go in front of me, so
You can look at my screen.
Great job, guys. You're doing fantastic.
I got behind Sabine.
go ahead.
You got it, Katie.
Yes, indeed. Good job.
Yes.
You guys are doing fantastic. Just one hand in front of the other.
All right. They already said if when we climb it, we're not allowed to have anything in our hands, so I gotta put this up so I don't get yelled at, because it wouldn't go well.
No, you're
Wouldn't want to get in aggravation.
I was in a what mode?
panic.
Oh, okay.
So, pause. All right, so the top of the ladder was right over there, and we came up through this little hole here, and now we're up here.
Balcony houses.
And there's the balcony.
What's something you guys can do that you're proud of? Hike. Why hike? Why is hiking make you proud? What else? Things you can do that you're proud of. Make something. Anything in particular, or just?
Yeah, 5 kids.
There you go. Very nice. What else? Teach. What teach? Hold the minds of future peace. There's a lot of things that make us proud, and as it turns out, sometimes meaning doesn't come because you need something. Meaning comes because it represents an accomplishment. And what we're standing in here, make sure you're not reading it on the wall. What we're standing in, this is an incredible accomplishment. I can actually point that out just by looking at this one simple wall right here. Did you guys notice the blocks inside that wall?
Yeah.
All nice and even, regularly shaped. Yeah, sandstone doesn't come looking like that. Sandstone comes in chunks, kind of like what you see these big boulders up over here. So to make the blocks look like that, the Pueblo people had to take one of those chunks of sandstone and then a hammerstone, because remember, they don't have any form of metal tool. And we would have seen one of the Pueblo people take a carefully constructed stone and lay it down. On top of that would have gone a layer of mortar made up of sand, clay, and fire ash. Then they put on the next stone, maybe using a plumb bob or a weight on the end of a line to make sure it's still straight. And they'd build up. All the while singing songs, telling stories. Because right next to them is their little daughter. And the Pueblo people are an oral history culture. They don't have any form of written language. So you don't pick up the how-to manual, flip to the masonry section and start filming. They pass it on by word of mouth, by song and story. And so by singing these songs and telling these stories, they're passing on these ideas to the next generation. And I think my favorite comment I've ever heard within Balcony House came from this little girl who was looking at these walls and said, "Mommy, that looks exactly like the wall in the other Pueblo." She wasn't talking about my house, or Longhouse, or any of the other Pueblos inside the park. Her family had just come from Taos, where she had recognized that these techniques have been handed on from generation to generation to this day. Modified a little bit by modern technology, but still the same thing. And it allows us to understand what is perhaps another one of the layers of meaning within this place. Because for many of the Pueblo groups, there's a concept that's oftentimes hard for Westerners to grasp. This idea that there is no separation between person and place. That place is part of a person. Now this is, like I said, hard for us to grasp because I'm not Balcony House. Balcony House is just something I get to show you. But for the Pueblo people, this is a part of who they are. It tells them about who their ancestors were, what they were capable of. It tells them about that legacy that they have inherited from across the generations. So that's some pretty powerful meaning there. A place that not only represents an incredible accomplishment, but a place that represents a bit of who these people are. By the way, they still remember this to this day. There are 21 modern-day Pueblo groups who trace at least part of their descent back to Mesa Verde. In fact, the Acoma tribe, they believe that the Sipapu, or the place where they came into this world, we'll talk a little bit more about that next. They believe the Sipapu is Mesa Verde, that this is where they came into this world. That's meaning. That's powerful meaning. This is that next layer that we get to see within Balcony House. Before we get to go into any more, you guys actually get to break a rule. You can touch a stone. This stone. And as you guys can see, that's exactly why I don't want you touching everything else. But as you guys come up this ladder, your safety is my big concern here. So if you need to grab that stone to stabilize yourself, please do so. And just so you guys know, traveling up these steps here, these are actually the steps carved by the ancestral Pueblo people. We will literally be walking in their footsteps. Just go ahead and go.
You have an allergy?
Did I tickle it? Yes, I built this place. This is I was part of it.
I just always I mean, I sort of do it on the farm. Talk about how to reconnect this school year. Teachers definitely look at me like, what's up with this chick?
Yes. When I went up to college, I had like Spider-Man. Then trying to do the news. And going down, I sat down, and sat down. Which these
Starts with a